Hello, hope you're doing good. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are at problem of the day 16 for the Geeks for Greeks April month 2024, and we have a very good question in front of us. This question I would say is like this is the exact level you can expect in some of the big companies will be asking in this level. So let us see if you are able to do this or not. And even if you're not able to do, it's a very good learning curve for this question. There is a very good learning curve for this question. So definitely give it a try. So coming to today's question, minimize the difference. Okay, it's a medium level question, and the accuracy is almost 50%. That is, for every 100 attempts, 50 of them are getting passed. Okay, let's see what it is. You are given an array ARR of size n. As you can see, the array is given to us. Okay, the size is n. Okay, and again you are given another integer called k. Okay, so you have to remove a sub array of size k such that the difference between the maximum and the minimum values of the remaining sub array is minimized. Please try to understand this part. It's really simple. Okay, this is the thing given to us. Okay, its length is going to be 5. Okay, that's what they have given. This is 5. Now out of this, let us say I have to select a subarray of size 3. It will be better if I take this example because it is slightly bigger. Okay, let me take this. Let us say I take a subarray of size 3. Okay, so the highlighted part is the subarray that I'm going to take. So what is the remaining elements? Among all the remaining elements, you have to find the maximum and the minimum, and you have to find maximum minus minimum of the remaining elements. Okay, then for every subarray you have to find that. Okay, so after all, you will have to find the minimum possible difference. Okay, find that, yeah, is minimized. That's what they're trying to say. For example, let us say this. Let us first I took this interval. Okay, then among the remaining so the elements which are not in this particular subarray, find the maximum and minimum among them and do the subtraction. Okay, you will get some number, store that number. Okay, next take this as the subarray and find the maximum and the minimum of the remaining elements and do the subtraction. Okay, similarly I have to do for all the possible subarrays. Okay, then you would have also found the maximum minus minimum of the remaining elements for each of the case, right? So among those all values, you have to find the one which is minimum of the all. Okay, that's what they're trying to say, such that the difference between the maximum and the minimum values of the remaining subarray is minimized. I hope you are understanding what the question is. Okay, let me again repeat. See, the idea here is we have to find the minimum possible difference. Okay, the minimum possible difference, that minimum of the difference of the maximum and the minimum of the remaining elements of the subarray. Okay, that's what the remains of the array, ignoring the subarray elements. Okay, let me again take this example. So please pay attention now. This is my subarray, right? So if you remove this, what are the elements remaining? 2, 3, and 7 are remaining. Okay. So what is the maximum among them? 7 is the maximum. What is the minimum among them? 2 is the minimum. Okay. So for this particular case, what is the difference of maximum minus minimum? It is 7 minus 2, which is 5. Okay. In this case, it is 5. Okay. Let us take another case. Okay. Let me take this case. Okay. So what is the remaining elements in this case? 2, 3, and 1 are remaining elements. Okay. So what is the maximum? What is the minimum? 2 and 1 are maximum and minimum, right? So what is the difference? 2 minus 1 is 1. So in this case, the difference is slightly smaller than the previous case, right? That's what they're trying to say here. See, for this subarray, okay, they are trying to find what is the maximum minus minimum, okay, among the remaining elements. So this is the one. For this subarray, again, they are trying to find the maximum minus minimum among the remaining sum elements, okay. So this is the sum, okay. So they are similarly they are doing that for every case, okay, and ultimately among all the differences, we'll have to take the minimum one, okay, and that is going to be the final answer. I hope you understand the question, okay. And again I will repeat, if you're not aware what is a subarray, please do a Google search on it. Okay, we are talking about a subarray and not a subsequence. That is very important part. Otherwise this question would have been slightly harder. That's what I would say. So but in this case they are talking about a sub array. Okay, that is the part. So like as they might have seen in this example, there is a brute force way of doing this. Okay, what we'll do, for see, we'll take all possible subarrays of size k. Okay, in this case k is 3. Okay, so this will be the first subarray, then this will be the second subarray, and then this will be the third subarray, and this will be the fourth subarray. Okay, among all, so in each of this case we'll find the maximum and the minimum of the remaining elements, and then we will subtract the maximum and the minimum and store the answers. Among all the stored answers, we'll try to find the minimum. Okay, that's what they have shown this in the example 2. Okay, so if you want to understand whatever I've told till now, you have to see example 2. That's what is the uh, gist of it. Okay, exactly the same thing they are trying to explain here. Okay, so please ignore the example 1 because that is not a good one to start with. Take example 2. They have done a detailed calculation, and that is the brute force approach going to be. Okay, but we are trying to find see the time and space complexity here. Okay, if you do the brute force approach, the time comes to be O n square. Okay, that is not something that we want. So in this case, we are trying to optimize it. Okay, how to optimize it? That's what is the question. So I will directly tell you the optimized solution. I'm not going to waste too much of your time in this. Okay, so see this part. This is a array given to us. Okay, let us say this. Okay, I am going to choose this as the subarray. Okay, just to explain you the calculations, I am going to take this as the subarray. Okay, this is the subarray, let us say. Okay, so what is the left part of the, yeah, this is a subarray, right, which I'm selecting. So now when I select this subarray, it divides the whole array into three parts, right? What are the three parts? First is this part itself. Okay, what are the other parts? Then what are the elements left to it, and what are the elements right to it? Okay, are you agreeing with me? If we select this as the subarray, it divides the array into three parts. Okay, the first part is this. Okay, the subarray itself, there is a left part to it and there is a right part to it. Okay, now, so let us say I have selected this. Okay, now I need to find the maximum and the minimum of the remaining elements. How can I do that? That is the biggest question now. Okay, so what we can do is, see, if let us say we are going to move from left to right. Okay, for finding each of the subarrays, let us say we'll find this subarray first, and then we'll take this subarray next, then we'll take this subarray next. Okay, so if we are moving from left towards right, then obviously when I'm coming to this subarray, these two elements also I would have visited. Okay, so it will be a much easier to find the minimum and the maximum of the left half. That's what it is. Okay, this is the left side. Okay, left side of the left portion of the, okay, the portion which is left to our selected portion. Okay, in this case, what is the minimum? Minimum is going to be 2 and 3, the minimum of the 2 and 3. Okay, in this case it is 2. Whatever is that, I'm not writing it, it's just for your understanding. What is the minimum? That is the thing. Okay, similarly, what is the max among these two? This, that I'm writing it here for the left part. Okay, same thing we have to do for the right part also. Okay, same thing I have to do. See, this is my area, right? I have to do the same thing for the right part also. Okay, because remember, the minimum and the maximum can will exist in the left part, at the same time it will exist in the right part, and among these two, okay, this is among the minimum and the maximum of the left part, I will have to compare the minimum and the maximum of the right part. So then I have to take the maximum of both the sides. So that is this thing and this thing together. I have to take what is the maximum among both the portions. Similarly, among this and among this, I have together have to take the minimum among both the portions. Okay, how can I do that? So for the right part, I can use something called the min array, min and max array. Okay, what is that? We'll see that now. Okay, so what I'm doing is, see, this is going to be max of r. Okay, it is again a same array of size n. Initially all the values are 0. Same as for min of r. Okay, so the idea here is, I will start from the left. Okay, I will start from the left itself. Okay, let us say min r of this particular index, min r of this particular index. What it means? That means starting from this index, if you go towards the right. Okay, if you go towards the right, what is the maximum element that we are going to witness? Okay, that is, let us say, min r of 2. Okay, what that means? Min r starting from index 2. Okay, what is the index 2? This is the index 2. So starting from this index towards the right, if we go towards the dead end towards the right, what is the maximum element that we are going to see? Obviously it's going to be 5, right? Similarly, what is min r? Min r of 2 in this case is, starting from this particular index, if we move towards the right, what is the minimum most element that we are going to see? In this case it is going to be 3 only. So if you can quickly tell me what is going to be min r and max r in this particular case. So when I say this is the portion, I will find the min r of the very element next to our end of, see, this is my portion, right? I will find min r of this particular index. Okay, that is the 6 is the number here, right? But I'm talking about the index in which 6 is present. Okay, so I will find the min r and max r of this particular index. Okay, what is the index here? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is going to the fifth index, right? So that's what I'm writing here. You see, this is going to be min r of 5 and it's going to be max r of 5. Okay, so for the right portion, these are the minimum and maximum, and for the left portion, these are the minimum and maximum. Okay. So now if I have to find the max, okay, that is the max and min of the all the remaining elements which are not there in the selected portion. What I have to do in this case, what I have to do is, first of all, I will select the max. Okay, what is the max going to be? The max is going to be, that is ma, yeah, max here. Okay, max of this comma, because see, either of them could be the max, right? In this case, so I will take this and this. Okay, any of them could be the max. Similarly, minus min of the other two. Okay, min, because this min is going to be the min of the left portion, and similarly the min of the right portion. So these are the two cases. Okay, so this I am going to take and I am going to subtract. So this could be one of the possible answers. That's what I am trying to say. Okay, so let us say the max is already, yeah, this is what it is. Okay, that's what exactly we are going to do. Okay, that's what exactly we are going to do. I hope you are understanding this. So this is the thing which we are going to do, right? So I hope you understand. Now, if you can quickly tell me, so this is my portion, right? So towards the left, I'm going to find the minimum maximum for the left portion, which is going to be calculated by these two variables, min and mi double x. Okay, for the right portion, so this is my portion. So for the right portion, I'm going to find the min and that max using these two arrays. Okay, we are filling this arrays, we'll see that now. Okay, so first of all, min r of n minus 1 is going to be the array element itself, because we are going to start from left towards right. Okay, then I'm going to start this for loop from n minus 2 till the zeroth index. What I'm going to do, max r of I is equal to max of max r of I plus 1 and the current element arr of I. Okay, that is the basic idea. Okay, I will just print and show you this so that you can understand. Similarly, for min r of n minus 1 is equal to arr of n minus 1, I'm going to start from n minus 2 index till the zeroth index. That is, I'm moving from right towards left. Min r of I is equal to min of current element, comma, min of the previous element. Okay, min r of previous element. Let me quickly print and show you, because that will make more sense. Simply, showing the code will not make more sense. So yeah, you will get syntax errors, because I have written this to explain you. Okay, let me quickly cover it out. Yeah, now it will be fine. So let us quickly try to interpret this. Okay, so this is going to be the max r and it's going to be min r. Okay, let us try to interpret this. Okay, first, by default, both the last and the element of both the arrays are going to be same. Okay, next, this is the max array, remember that. Okay, so when I am at this index, considering this index and moving towards the right, what is the maximum element? Still it is 7. Still it is 7, right? So if I am at this element, from this element towards the right, what is the biggest element? 7. Still 7. Similarly, if I am at this index, from this index towards the right, what is the max element? It is still 7. If I am at this index, from this index towards the right, what is the max element? The 8 itself. Okay. Similarly, for all the remaining values also, it will be 8 only, as you can see here. Okay. Now let's do the min. Okay. So by default, 7 is the first element. Okay. Now, starting from this element towards the right hand, what is the minimum element that I have seen? It's going to be 6 itself. Similarly, starting from this element, what is the smallest element that we have seen? If you move towards the right, it's going to be 4 itself. Similarly, 1 will come, and after 1, all the elements will have 1 only. Okay, as simple as that. So I hope you are understanding now what we are saying. Okay, so these two arrays we have formed, and we are trying to find the answers. Okay, so we'll show that also. Let me comment out this. So I have explained you how we are calculating this. Okay, now I will explain you how we are getting this. Okay, let us see that now. So I'm declaring a variable called mi double n, which is going to be the minimum of the left portion of my region selected. Okay, if we consider the region selected, it will divide the array into three portions. The left region of that is going to be the region which I'm going to talk about. In that region, min is going to be the minimum element. Okay, it's starting with array of 0 initially. Similarly, max is going to be array of 0. Okay, then I'm going to find a probable answer, because why I'm finding that. See, initially, when I'm going to start the array, okay, when I'm going to start the loop, this is going to be my first, sub array, right? In this case, there's nothing to the left, right? So, in that is why, for this case, I'm finding it directly. Okay, that's what I'm doing it here. I hope you're getting it, yeah. And then we are starting the for loop. Okay, yeah, that's what we are doing, and we are starting the for loop, and we are moving it. Okay, start is going to be the start of the the region, that is, you can say, a window. Okay, see, this is going to the size of the window, right? So this is going to be a starting index of the window, and this is going to be ending index of the window. Okay, then I'm going to calculate this thing. Okay, what is this thing? Let us quickly see that now. Okay, so answer is equal to the minimum of the previous answer or this particular calculation. What is this calculation? We'll see that now. Okay, so this is the same thing. I am taking max first. Okay, it's going to max minus min, right? So I'm going to take max of the leftmost max, comma, max of the right portion. Okay, max of the left portion, comma, max of the right portion. Whichever is the maximum, I'm going to take that here. Okay, as simple as that. Similarly, min of this. Okay, min of the leftmost portion and min of the portion towards the right. Okay, whatever is the minimum, I'm going to take that. I'm going to subtract both of them. If that is smaller than my previous answer, then I will update the answer, as simple as that. Okay, remember one thing, because I'm doing n plus 1, it's very important for me to check if n is less than or equal to n minus 1 or not. Okay, if that is not the case, okay, then we cannot do this. Okay, what I mean to say is that is we are going to reach this portion. Okay, once our window is this portion, there's nothing to watch is right. In that case, whole answer will come from the leftmost portion only. Okay, that's what max minus min. Okay, once this calculation is done, I will update max and min. Okay, max is equal to max, the previous max, comma, area of I, whichever is the maximum, take that and make it as a max. Similarly, min is equal to mean of the previous portion, that is still the previous index, and the current index, which is the smaller, take that as a min, and this loop will continue. Okay. So yeah, fine. That was all for today. I hope you understand. I will again repeat if you are still having doubt. Please try to understand the idea first. Okay. So the idea here is very simple. Let us say this is my subarray. Okay. In this case, this subarray is dividing the whole array into three regions. Okay. That is one region which is left of it, where one region which is right of it, and the subarray itself is the region, right? So for the region which is left of it, I'm going to find the minimum and max using these two variables. For the region towards right of it, okay, I'm going to find the min and max using this particular array elements. Okay, that is the idea. And then once I have these things, I can find, for any window I can find the max minus min of the remaining elements. Okay, once I have these four things ready, I can find the max minus min of all the remaining elements for any window. Okay, for any window. Okay, once I have done that, I will be, storing the answer. Also, I will be calculating max minus min, and whichever is the smallest, anytime that we are noting, will be, updating the answer, and finally we return that as the answer. So I've already submitted this solution, and let me quickly run this again for you. As you can see, this matching the, the answers, and I have already submitted the solution and it works. So yeah, fine. That was a really good question according to me. Okay. See, there are many ways to do it, but remember, I'm using only two arrays and I'm doing it. Okay. There are other ways to do it, but they are using much more, size than this. That's why it's not encouraged. I have also tried a solution in which I'm using, four arrays, but it was, getting time limit exceeded. So that's why I resorted to the solution. This was a really good one, and I feel like this is the most optimized one. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and if you like my efforts, please do consider subscribing to my channel. If you have any doubts, please pause the video once, go back and try to see. I will be giving you this whole thing in the comment section. Please try to understand what is happening here. I'm sure that you will be able to understand it. Okay, this is the region which I'm going to select. Okay, if we select this region, it breaks the whole array into three parts: the left part, the right part, and the subarray itself is another part, right? So once we have that, for the left part we are again finding min and max. For the right part again we are finding min and max. So because we have to find the min and max of this whole region combined, so among those, two sets of variables, min and max, I'm going to again find the max and the min again, and then I will separate them. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. So yeah, friend, that was all for today. If you have any doubts, please do comment below. We can discuss it further. And if you like my efforts, please do subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot. See you tomorrow.